Welcome to tonight's 5 on 5. Our guest is Bill Rauch, the Artistic Director for the Oregon Shakespeare Festival. Bill, thank you so much for being here.
It's great to see you.
It is an honor to have you here. We have to talk about this right here on the desk. It is the Tony for All the Way, correct?
It is indeed.
Talk to us a little bit about winning that and what that was like. That has to be just above and beyond your expectations.
It was pretty thrilling. All the Way is a play that we did about LBJ's first 11 months in office, and it was a huge hit. People from Southern Oregon and from all up and down the West Coast just loved it when we did it in Ashland in 2012, and then we got to keep moving with the play and do it on Broadway, and it won the Tony Award for Best Play, and it was just a great moment for the Shakespeare Festival and for all of Southern Oregon.
Yeah, I would say so. You know, it's just part of one of the 37 plays the festival is commissioning, correct?
That's right.
Where are we on that process?
Well, it's called American Revolutions, the United States History Cycle, and we're looking at moments of change in our own country's history. We've commissioned, I think it's 24 now of the 37 plays. We've produced 6 of them. From when we reach out to a writer and say, hey, you want to write a story about American history, about a moment of change, to when the writer actually gets the idea, writes the play, and then we finally put it on, many years can pass. You know, it takes a while. But so far we've created 6 of them, and they've not only been great successes in Ashland, but they've gone on and been produced in other parts of the country too.
Yeah, that's kind of my next question. Why are some of these plays that are started right here in the Rogue Valley at Oregon Shakespeare Festival, why are they so successful when they do go nationwide?
Well, we've been just so lucky, and we're so proud of the fact that almost everything we're doing in terms of new work, and now even some of our classics, have gone on and been produced in other parts of the country. So this fall alone, you know, when we're not performing for a couple of months at OSF in Ashland, the shows are out on the road. So we've got Guys and Dolls going to Beverly Hills. We've got an original musical from a couple of years ago in San Francisco. We've got Pericles, a Shakespeare that's going to be happening in D.C. and in Minneapolis. We've got Sweat, this year's American Revolutions play, going to D.C. So literally all over the country. And I think that people in other parts of the country are hungry for the stories that we're originating and that we're telling right here in Southern Oregon. Yeah,
and you were just talking about both not only Shakespeare, but musicals as well.
Absolutely.
Why is there that connection with both? Shakespeare fans love musicals as well, right?
Absolutely. And you know, there are people who come to OSF who really love their Shakespeare. There are people who come to OSF who are like, well, Shakespeare's not my thing, but I love musicals. And then there are a lot of audience members who just say, I want a great story, and I'm open, whether it's an edgy new play or a great classical musical. Next year we're doing The Wiz, the African-American version of The Wizard of Oz, which is such a great, great musical. So, you know, I think sometimes people don't understand the full variety of plays that we have at OSF.
And The Wiz may be a good example to bring up. I know you were just recently mentioned in New York Times article talking about the diversity of OSF. Talk to us a little bit about that and why it is important to have such a diverse cast.
Well, this has been going on for long before I arrived at the festival 8 years ago, and I'm just so proud to be part of a company that cares so much about telling as many different kinds of stories as possible with as many different folks as possible, right? So we have a long-standing tradition of representing our country's diversity in the work on stage. You know, who wrote the stories and who's telling the stories and who's coming to see them. So, of course, stories from the United States canon and European canon, but also stories from other parts of the world. We've had classics from Nigeria, from Japan, from China, and we've been commissioning some of our great playwrights in the United States, white, black, Latino, Asian American, mixed race, the whole gamut.
That's wonderful. Give us a little bit of an idea really fast. What are kind of your daily duties as an artistic director?
Well, you know, at OSF, we're always in 3 seasons at once. So right now, today, I'm going to have meetings about what's going on right this minute, which are the 10 shows that we have up and running right now. But also we're in pre-production for shows next season. So we've got 11 plays next year that we're working on the set designs and putting the finishing touches on the casting and working on the scripts for those plays. And then I'm also having meetings about selecting the batch of plays for 2017. So I'm always in 3 years at once, and that makes the job really fun, really challenging on certain days, but incredibly joyful too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes.
Wow, it is just amazing stuff that you do, Bill. Thank you so much for being here.
It's
we really appreciate it.
great to see you.
Thanks for bringing your Tony. This is pretty amazing.
Well, we're very proud to be part of this community and to have this kind of recognition.
As you should be. Bill, thanks again.
Thank
Stay
you,
with
Kyle.
us. We'll be back in just a moment.